Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakwadash. Double honor to the elders and the apostles, a great millstone that rule well. And peace and salutations to the elect of Israel. To you, I say Shalom. Lord willing, this blessing is edifying to the flock of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai. Alright? And you see on the screen, it says, this is a tweet. Now, there's a video in this tweet, but I'm not going to play the video because the last video I uploaded with this video playing, YouTube took it down before anybody could see it. So I don't even know how they seen it, but in the video it shows you what happened. But the tweet says one man is dead and another is in critical condition at a hospital after a shooting in Detroit. Investigators say there was some type of argument between a woman and a man. The woman left and returned with her two brothers who ran inside the home. Then shots were fired. Right? If you see the video, you'll see the two brothers trying to flee the house and escape, but one gets shot. You hear the shots go off. One drops and one keeps running, but the shots continue, and you don't show the other body, but he got hit too because it says the other one is in critical condition. All right. Now this is what happens when you follow the woman, man. All right. This is what happens. This is one of the penalties for following women. All right. Let me jump to the book of First Esdras, chapter 4. First Esdras 4:26. Yea, many there be that have run out of their wits for women and become servants for their sake. Many have also perished and have erred and sinned for women. All right. Now you might be thinking, like, how did these brothers sin when they were protecting their sister? Right? What did these brothers do wrong? Right? First, the scriptures tells us not to meddle in many matters, man. All right. We gotta mind our business. Now, even if those men were that woman's brother, right? When she's dealing with a man, right? Because I believe they had a child together. So even though they may have not been married on paper, they're still married in the eyes of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. So that woman is now the property of that man, right? So whatever happens between that man and woman, as long as it's not going off according to the scriptures, is nobody else's business but that man and that woman's, right? All right. So if you go to the book of Sirach, chapter 11, and all this is in the scriptures, man. And this is why the scriptures are preservation, man. These laws, statutes, and commandments, this wisdom through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, it's preserving us, man, because we know how to move in this place, man. All right, Sirach chapter 11, verse 7. Blame not before thou hast examined the truth. Understand first and then rebuke. All right. Of course, I don't know all the details of the story, but more than likely what happened was the husband and wife got in an argument or a fight. The woman left the house and told her brothers about the argument or the fight. Now, instead of the brothers inquiring what really happened, they probably took her side of the story and ran with it. Now they ran up in the house and they both got shot because they didn't examine the truth before they rebuked. All right. I'm jumping down to verse 10. My son, meddle not with many matters, for if thou meddle much, thou shalt not be innocent. And if thou follow after, thou shalt not obtain, neither shalt thou escape by fleeing. All right. These guys were meddling in business that didn't belong to them, meddling with matters that didn't belong to them. All right. So if you meddle much, thou shalt not be innocent. And these men weren't innocent, man. You ran up in the next man's house, right? What do you think was gonna happen, man? And it was two of y'all. You run up outnumbering a man in his own home. What do you think is gonna happen? You're not gonna be found innocent, man. All right. And this man better get off with these charges, man, because it's supposed to be called stand your ground. So if you feel any type of threat within your own home, you should be able to use deadly force to protect yourself and your loved ones, man. All right. And if thou follow after, these men ran up in the house. They followed the wife back to her house and ran up in this house, right? If you watch the video, the woman stayed outside while the two men ran inside, right? All right. And if thou follow after, thou shalt not obtain, neither shalt thou escape by fleeing. And in the video, you see two men fleeing the house. One gets shot right at the front door and he drops right there. The other one keeps fleeing. But he didn't escape even by fleeing because he got shot too and got put in the hospital. All right. Let me jump over to the book of I'm gonna go to Sirach again. So this is Sirach 25 and verse 24. Of the woman came the beginning of sin. All right. The first person to go off was Eve, man, and the serpent, man. Of the woman came the beginning of sin, and through her we all die. All right. And now these men got put to death because they were following the woman. These men got put to death because they didn't examine first and then rebuke. These men got put to death for following a multitude to do evil. These men got put to death for a lack of wisdom, man. All right. Sorry, 24 or 25. 25 and 24, Salakia. Of the woman came the beginning of sin, and through her we all die, man. All right. Death was brought into this world by the woman. All right. But going back to this article, one man is dead and another is in critical condition at a hospital after a shooting in Detroit. Investigators say there was some type of argument between a woman and a man. The woman left and returned with her two brothers who ran inside the home. Then shots were fired. So, because of the folly of this woman and the lack of wisdom from her two brothers, right? This woman possibly, if her husband goes to jail, this woman possibly lost three of the most important men of her life, man. All right, because she didn't use wisdom. All right, she wasn't She didn't have no discernment. Right, she wasn't humble. She, a foolish woman is clamorous. Right, so she ran and told her brothers open her mouth business that didn't pertain to them. All right, the foolish woman is clamorous, and these men followed a foolish woman. All right, let me get one more. I'm gonna wrap it up. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 30. Proverbs 30, starting at verse 18. There be three things which are too wonderful for me, yea, four which I know not. The way of an eagle in the air, the way of a serpent upon a rock, the way of a ship in the midst of the sea, and the way of a man with a maid. All right. Such is the way of an adulterous woman. She eateth and wipeth her mouth and saith, I have done no wickedness. All right. What happens between a man and a woman? All right. What scripture says, the way of a man with a maid. All right. It's too wonderful for me. All right. That's another way of saying it's none of my business. All right. Because the scripture tells us not to think about things that are too high for us, man. All right. What a man does with his woman is none of our business, man. But what goes on between them is none of our business, man. All right. It's between them and the Lord, man. The head of every woman is the man, and the head of the man is Hamashiach. All right. And the head of Hamashiach is Yahweh, man. All right. There's an order in this place that has to be done. Let everything be done indecently and in order, roughly paraphrasing, man. All right. So if you go out of order, you're going to find judgment, man. All right. And this is such as the way of an adulterous woman. She eateth and wipeth her mouth and saith, I have done no wickedness. See, this woman ran and told her brothers about how maybe whatever the husband did. But you think she put any other blame on herself? No, she says, I have done no wickedness, man. I don't know why he's acting like this, yada, 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 so on and so forth. Now you rile up these men to go run up. You rile them up so much to run in another man's house, man. And in broad daylight, they got, one of them got put to death, man. The other one's in critical condition, trying in the hospital. Who knows what, man. All right. And the 2/3, man, it's funny because 2/3 will find judgment, will face judgment, will go through judgment, and not wonder about why they're going through judgment. All right, he's probably thinking in the hospital, man, when I get out, I'm gonna shoot this nigga. All right, says, no, man. All right, you gotta start moving with wisdom, man. Such is the way of an adulterous woman; she eateth and wipeth her mouth and saith, I have done no wickedness, man. But this is the things that we're dealing with, man. These are part of the curses, man. All right. But I'm going to wrap it up with that. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. Again, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles, the great millstone that rule well. And peace and salutations to the elect of Israel. Until next time, I want to say Shalom and Abad Rabah.